Hello, this is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. We are the turnkey provider of investors from all the country, whether you are located in the back country of Montana or somewhere in a corner of the US earth we call Portland, Maine, or in California or in New Mexico. It does not matter where you live. Live where you want to live and invest where the numbers make sense. What I'm talking about is, as a real estate investor, this our presentation has been and always will be in the shoes of a real estate investor. So what does that mean? Okay, so so clearly, for let's assume that wherever you live, you cannot or unable to buy properties next door to you, whatever, right? In your own backyard, for example. So you have to look out of state, okay? So you have to find the right location in the US to buy a portfolio of rental homes as an income property. When you find a right system, a right team, a right business model whereby you can work smartly as an investor, and then you could create a written real estate plan and execute on your financial plan. And over time, long term, you can achieve financial freedom. All right. So with that said, again, our company, the Yee Real Estate Network, we help people to buy out-of-state, remote, almost passive real estate properties. And we specialize in single-family home rentals, duplex, triplex, and fourplex. This is our bread and butter, if you will. But sometimes we venture into five or sixplex if the prices are good. So we focus on cash flow properties, all right? Cash flow. When you buy for cash flow, you do not buy solely for appreciation. So some of you have been watching the real estate market for the past 2 years. Cash flow is disappearing because of the record appreciation and growth of real estate. Okay, so very getting very challenging to uh, to buy cash flow properties. Of course, uh, like always, over the years, we've been doing for decades. We have helped hundreds of investors, regardless of where they live, to buy out-of-state properties remotely, passively, and surround themselves with a team of turnkey providers, if you will, where everything's in place. The properties has been picked for you. It has been rehabbed properly. The right locations. We have property management in place. We have realtors in place. We have investment loans in place. We have appraisers, rehab team, inspection team, all one-stop shop. So you can buy properties, create a portfolio under your name, 100% yours. You don't need to partner with anyone. You should not. It's not like, syndications. It's not corporate buying. It's not whatever. You are a mom and pop investor, right? I mean, you may have you have a good job. You qualify for investment loan financing. For example, you have 50, 100 grand, $150,000 cash. In order to leverage your purchases, you need to do financing 20 to 25% down, for example. 1 to 4 unit is ideal sweet spot to create your real estate action plan retirement portfolio. All right, so without further ado, let me share my screen, and here we are. Okay, so here's a nice graphic right here go with respect with what's going on in the recent market. record-breaking equity growth in all houses everywhere in the country. I know we get it. With the pandemic situation, has created a unique real estate marketplace. Record low inventory, low interest rate, pent up demand, all those challenges that we're facing. Just everything we hear record-breaking situation at every time. But this is a nice cartoon graphic. The buyer to the left, he says, we really like to look at something a little higher price. And the realtor said, okay, I can show you this house again tomorrow. That's, I find that very hilarious. All right, so again, we own our own real estate investment club here, the Yee Real Estate Network in the San Francisco Bay Area for the past almost 20 years. We have helped a lot of hundreds of investors, mainly from California, but some of you from other locations. I don't know how you found me over the years, but you found me. We have clients from different part of the country, not just California. But doesn't matter. Regardless of where you live, you have the ability to buy out of state property, buy remotely at the comfort of your kitchen table, for example. All you need is a laptop, right? And a cell phone, really. That's the wave of the future. So, all right, let me go back to the basics. I know some of you watch YouTube videos. There's all types of overhyped presentation. We have YouTube video entertainers, if you will, around real estate that just have some nice graphics, nice video, and talk about a whole bunch of things. But most of them are good education stuff, but they don't provide you with the action plan, right? A lot of the information are very subjective, very inaccurate. The author of the videos are not necessarily credible, but it's good entertainment. Okay, so I'm not saying don't watch real estate YouTube videos because you're watching one of my videos through YouTube channels as well. So I'm just like them. But anyway, all right. So let's get back to basic. Okay, don't worry about the biggest views, the biggest clicks in the YouTube channels about real estate is, the crash, the bubble, the correction, everything, the earth is coming to an end, everything will be crashing, the world will come to an end tomorrow and there's no more real estate. All this kind of, hype information, doom and gloom scenarios. It's just, but I'm going to ask you to take a step back, take a deep breath, and go over the basics of real estate investing. And the basics are you just focus on your unique situation, focus on what you can control, what's going on out there in the world, whether it's real estate wise, economy wise. You cannot control those things. Focus on your mindset, focus on your commitment, on your goals. When you want to become a real estate investor, you need to, just how you say it. I mean, just avoid all the chatters, avoid all that noise out there. Focus on your goal on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. Focus on your plan. Stay the course. Be positive, right? Don't act emotionally. You are a real estate. You're not only you're a real estate investor. You are a entrepreneur. You are creating a business of real estate, be it part-time, right? Whether you buy one rental properties or buy multiple rental properties over time, really, you're not going to be a full-time investor. You don't have to be, as long as you surround yourself with some great, reputable turnkey providers in different real estate markets. You can buy properties anywhere in a good area that can cash flow. You have a team to help you manage your properties, do everything for you, so you can focus on the things that are important to you. like focus on your career for the time being, focus on your children if you have any, focus on your on what's important to you, right? And everything else you're gonna delegate, right? You can delegate all the other aspects of real estate to a team of real estate professionals, right? So you work as a team. All right. So with that said, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but income property is the ideal investment for the long term. Okay. Some of you may not believe that. Some of you are paralyzed and overwhelmed by all those doom and gloom information out there about real estate. But again, I mean, what can I say? All right. So historically speaking, real estate always has been, always will be one of the most powerful wealth building vehicle in the history of mankind. All right. And I'm not exaggerating. I've been there, done that. Over the past 20 years, we have helped out of state remote investors, passive investors to buy properties in great cash flow markets all over the country. But I'm not going to give you too much detail. You have to, just subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and then keep track of everything. Better yet, I mean, sign into my website, right? Put your email on there, free weekly newsletter, so you can receive more content, real practical, actionable items, to-do list in order to execute and actually buying real estate properties. I mean, I've done hundreds of videos on YouTube channel over the years. And of course, we have some real dedicated and committed investors on our database. We have several thousand members on our website that could, that check the daily, weekly newsletters, everything for free. You don't have to pay money to sign up just because you log in your email to our weekly email newsletters, what have you. All right, so let's get back to the basics. Back to the basics, and the basics of real estate is powerful. Here we are. So let's proceed. I don't want to dwell too much. Okay, income property is the ideal investment. It's history's most powerful and proven multi-dimensional real estate asset class. Do you understand the words that can come out of my mouth? You know what movie that came from? The movie Rush Hour by Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. You remember 10, 15 years ago? Maybe longer than that. Do you understand the words that come out of my mouth? Chris Tucker to tell Jackie Chan. Anyway, and the words that come out of my mouth is real estate is the history's most powerful and proven multi-dimensional real estate asset class because it's what's the word ideal mean? Ideal means income. Income means you're generating an income, a dividend income, a cash flow income from each of your rental properties. When you buy your rental properties with typically 20 to 25% down payment, hopefully your rental income monthly will exceed your rental expenses. It's a simple concept. But what is not that simple is where are you going to find the right properties where you can buy, you can achieve this. Okay, that's another scenario. Again, log into my website, your email, or just monitoring my YouTube channel. So income, ultimately, this income will provide you years down the road if you buy enough properties. Do not buy just one. You have to buy multiple. I don't know your financial profile. That's not the key. The key is create a plan, systematic purchase of buying rental properties one at a time, or maybe even more than one at a time. You can do it. Okay, so income ultimately years down the road, when the renters can pay off your debt, you will become hopefully free and clear in 30 years or less, right? And then you can live off the rental income. You can live off the passive income, and the passive income will replace your so-called working income. Isn't that cool? That's the whole idea, right? But you have to buy the right place, the right location, the numbers got to be right. But that's another educational module we can share. And of course, another aspect of real estate income property. Oh, by the way, we are promoting the best will be 1 to 4 unit. Single family home rental, a duplex, a triplex, and fourplex. That's the that's the sweet spot. Although you can do commercial 5 unit, 6 unit, as long as you buy in the right area, the right price that give you a good capitalization rate, good return on the investment, good cash flow. You may venture into commercial investing, but that's require a little bit more sophistication somewhere down the road. But especially for your newbies out there, your first ideal income property is to buy a low price property, 60, $70,000, maybe, right? And that rents for, $800 per month, whatever. And you put down 20% down, you achieve monthly net positive cash flow. That's the ideal world. Of course, there are other investment properties in other part of the US where you can buy a better quality property, new construction, for example, for $250,000 to $300,000 that could rent for $1,800 to $2,000 per month. You do the number calculation, you put 20 to 25% down payment, you will still cash flow positive and have some uptick for appreciation. So I'm not going to get into the specifics, but I'm going to give you some high level conceptual real estate understanding so you clearly understand that real estate has been and always will be the most powerful wealth building vehicle, much better than mutual funds, much better than stock market. And because why? Because in addition to cash flow income, you're getting depreciation, tax benefits, paper write-off. Each property you buy, you're getting annual paper loss through depreciation, what the IRS will give you. So therefore, because you can get some tax write-off, I mean your real estate income subject to taxation would be a lot less than otherwise uh, available. Okay, so great tax benefit. Obviously, you have to consult your tax advisor, but there are so many multiple tax benefit in addition to depreciation, right? So again, uh, we will discuss tax benefit in other video that we have. All right, and of course, the third, the E stand for equity growth. Obviously, right? You want your property to grow over time. I mean, I know you short term, what we all been subject to multiple, double-digit appreciation in many markets due to what's happening right now. But long term, equity growth should be typically 4 to 6% annual appreciation. That's ideal. That's a historical experience. But again, short term, we have seen, depending on what city, what area, what property, you're getting double digit, even triple digit appreciation in the last 12 to 18 months, which is totally record breaking, mind boggling, but it's not going to sustain itself forever. It'll come down to normal scenario when we do not know. Of course, and then the A stands for appreciation. Again, it's similar to equity growth appreciation, especially, hold long term. You got to hold your property at least 10 years or even longer, perhaps even forever, right? When you pass, then your beneficiaries will receive the assets on a step up basis. So there will be no taxation on your estate and the beneficiaries will pay no taxes and inherit your properties, and so they could take advantage of the wealth building of the as a leveraging and the financial legacy that you create for yourself, for your children, and for your multi-generational growth through your real estate portfolio, right? And finally, leverage. I mean, leverage is that's the key to for real estate financial freedom, right? Leverage means that you're not buying any particular real estate property or 100% cash, although you could do that if you want, but you're wise to leverage with your name, with good credit, with 20 to 25% down payment. I mean, think about it, right? You're putting 25 cents to the dollar and you're gonna leverage the lender that will, get the loan for you. And that's just what an amazing uh, possibility, right? No other uh, asset class, historically speaking, will give you this multi-dimensional uh, performance I just discussed. So ideal is I stands for income, D for stand for depreciation, multiple tax benefits, and E stand for equity growth, right? Your property will grow over time from 4 to 6% appreciation on a year-to-year basis, based on past history. There are some fluctuations from a short-term basis, as we have seen recent at this time, but and of course leverage the power of using other people's money. You heard of OPM, other people's money. You're using lender, right, to finance your purchase. What a way! Because if we put, if you allow a lender to leverage your investment, your return on your investment, especially your cash and cash return is much higher, right? So that's the beauty. And then, and then, you know, here's my philosophy, okay? And I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. You buy real estate and wait, not wait to buy real estate, right? Okay, just think about it for a moment, okay? Too many people wait to buy real estate. They wait for the perfect time. They wait until the crash, if there is one. But you know what? Most of these people gonna be waiting forever and never buy real estate. So that's sad. So focus, buy real estate and wait, and have a long-term perspective. Avoid all the chatters, all that, people talking crazy out there. Avoid those scenarios, because you can only control your personal economy. You cannot control the overall economy. You cannot control what's going on out there, the changing dynamics of real estate, the economy, the products, interest rates, and all those kind of things. You cannot control those things. Okay, just focus on your personal economy. Stay the course. Be positive and show discipline and commitment to your long-term goal. Do not overreact. Do not, be bombarded by this doom and gloom scenario, all those crazy talk out there. You know what I'm talking about, right? And then, of course, the next philosophy I'm going to share with you is you can make money with real estate or you can make excuses, but you cannot do both, right? So the people, the biggest, detriment and obstacles for people out there to buy, to invest in real estate is really, fear, right? What's my definition of fear? FEAR, false evidence appearing real. Okay, get that? So think about that for a moment. All right, so we could make money with real estate, or you can make excuses. The people that does not buy, the people who that wait in the sideline, they're making hundreds of thousands of excuses. Oh, it's now not the right time. It's too challenging. Oh, this is gonna crash. Oh, the earth is gonna be wiped out. The asteroid gonna hit the earth and destroy your house, and you can go bankrupt. You can go homeless. All this fear factor, right? So whatever. So don't don't focus on excuses. Focus on making money, and everything will be fine. So you can make money, real estate. You can make excuses, but you cannot do both. And then I don't care. What I live in the Bay Area, so for many years. So we have the most expensive real estate in the country, or in the world. No, no, not the world, in the country only. So among, it's crazy, right? And different market is different, right? Different city have different type of real estate prices, whatever. No, I don't want to hear no complaint. If I present you a property for $250,000 single family home that have a cash flow good, good investment property, then you might want to say, oh, it's too expensive. What does that mean, too expensive? Too expensive in relationship to what, right? So this type of emotional response, it just doesn't make any sense. There's no logic or rationale behind it. So if you think real estate is expensive now, try to project 10 years from now, right? Look back 10 years previously when there was property available for you to buy for $75,000 10 years ago. And you say, oh, $75,000, oh, that was too expensive. Look at now. Look at the $75,000 property that you said was too expensive at $75,000 10 years. And you fast forward to today, that $75,000 could be worth $150,000 or even $250,000 10 years later, right? So, you know, the prices are what they are. Don't even think about, discount or, buying over the list price, whatever. The key is pull the trigger and let the investment grow for you long term, right? For example, I mean, a house in San Francisco Bay Area uh, back in 1980, I wasn't here then. I was here in 1990, a year, 10 years later. But you bought a house in San Francisco Bay Area for $100,000 in 1980. Do you think real estate was expensive back then when you bought a house for $100,000 in 1980 in the Bay Area? Now, that probably could be worth $5 million. See what I mean? See what I mean? It's all a matter of perspective. And then the next comment right here is real estate has gone up in value for the past 100 years or even longer. I don't know when, how long we've been tracking real estate growth year over year. I have no idea. But with one slight exception, with the 2008 crash, real estate has always gone up long term. That's all you care about, right? So that's it. I'm not going to go any further. If you want to learn more about, investment strategies, again, just keep on top of my YouTube video and subscribe to it and like it. Hopefully, I will produce weekly YouTube channels. But if you are focused and serious, if you want some practical applications, actionable type of scenarios, all you have to do is for free become a free member of our organization, the Yee Real Estate Network.com. Look at the bottom of this video, just log in your email into my website. You will receive free weekly newsletters about all aspects of real estate, what properties to buy, what market, in all those additional education you can learn. But at the end of the day, education without action is what is worthless. All right, so that's all I have to say. I just want to share this big high level historical perspective and just want to bring it all back to you, that showing you that everything's fine. There's never a wrong time to buy investment properties, right? And you just buy and hold for the long term, even forever for that matter. Right? Thank you for listening. This is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Network. Good luck. Have a blessed day. Bye bye. See you next time.